morning. This is Angie here. Welcome to English class. Today we are gonna view narration. It has two parts. Let's see up here on this blue board. You can see, guys, direct speech. First part is direct speech. He says to me, comma, and inverted commas started. I'm ready now. Commas closed, full stop. Say again, direct speech. The sentence is, he says to me, comma, inverted commas start. I'm ready now. Inverted commas closed, full stop. This is first sentence and it is direct speech. And here see, he is the subject, say is a verb, and we is an object. And after this comma, there are two commas, inverted commas, and the second part of this direct speech is, I am ready now. And you can see here, the I subject is a first person, am is a verb, and the remaining two words are here. This is the first part of narration, and it's called direct speech. It is in inverted commas, and it is among two persons, he and I. So now we see next second part, the conversion of this direct speech into indirect speech. Direct speech means बराह रास्त गुफ्तगू को डायरेक्ट स्पीच कहा जाता है और बिल वास्ता गुफ्तगू को इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच कहा जाता है. Now we can see here the conversion, how these direct speech sentences change into indirect. So you can see here, he says to me, here is me, he says to me, and commas will change into that, commas will convert into that, commas will convert into that. After that, this I is the first person. You have to remember there are certain rules of changing the direct speech into indirect speech. So this subject I is the first person, will be converted by he. So after that we will put here he, because by rules of narration I will be converted into he, it will change by he. So we will put here he, that he, as we put the he here, so there will be a verb base, he is ready then. Now here we see the word now is converted into then. This is also by the rules of narration, that if in direct speech we have a word now, and in direct speech we will change it into then. Now you guys see, this direct speech is, he says to me, I am ready now, and when we convert it into indirect speech, it will go, he says to me that he is ready then. So this is the first example. Now we come to the second example. Here see, guys, direct speech sentence is, she says to him, she says to him, she says to him, वो उससे कहती है. And here you see, she is subject, says a verb, and him is the object, and after this there is a comma, and the second part second segment of this sentence is in inverted commas. It says, I am good. She says to him, comma inverted comma start, am good, am good, am good. मैं अच्छा हूँ, मैं अच्छी हूँ. am good, मैं अच्छी हूँ. Here you again see I is the first person and a subject and am is a verb, and after the good the commas close and there is a full stop. This is a direct speech. She says to him, comma inverted commas, I am good, मैं ठीक हूँ. This speech, this conversation is indirect between two persons, and now when we convert it into indirect speech, you can see here she says to him, the first part seems remains the same. The first part remains the same. She says to him, and after him the commas will change into that. The commas will change into that, and we put that here, and the rest you see the first person I will change by the subject she, and after that she is good, and verb am will change automatically into the I, the first form of the verb, and because file now is the subject is now she is good. Now you see again from here she says to him that she is good. So there are two changes in these sentences. In the first statement the subject she will change into by I, the first person after the inverted commas, and the next change is you see that this verb also will change according to the subject, which is replaced by the outer subject. So you can see here she says to him that she is good. And here's the third example, direct speech sentences. They tell me, वो मुझे बताते हैं, comma inverted comma start, we are reading. They tell me, वो मुझे बताते हैं, we are reading, हम पढ़ रहे हैं. This statement is in inverted commas and there is a full stop. And when we change it, when we convert it into indirect speech, it will go, they tell me, the outer segment statement will be the same, and after that there are commas, they will change into that, and we put here that they tell me that they are reading. This first person plural we will change by the outer subject. So we will change into they. After that we will put here they. So they are reading, full stop. So you see the change in this indirect speech. They tell me that they are reading. So guys and girls, this way you can applying these rules of narration. You can change the direct speech into indirect speech. I think you will make a practice with these and you will try to understand these. In the next lesson we will discuss these things again. These statements are used very often in spoken language. Okay guys, see you next. Goodbye.